VKids! It's so great to see you. Last week we talked about how sadness and loneliness and pain came into the world, didn't we?
Yeah.
After Adam and Eve. And
The snake.
The snake came and was so sneaky, and he planted that lie, didn't he? It was called the terrible lie. And so we're going to learn a bit more about what happened in the next bit of the story, because those things just got bigger and bigger in the world, and God realized that people needed saving.
Yeah.
Because that's not how he designed the world, was it?
Right.
He wanted it to be full of love and peace and joy, and now it was just bleh,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It just got really bad, and people were hurting other people and upsetting people, and there was pain, and so
we need rescue.
we do need rescuing, and the people need rescuing. So I wonder, what kind of thing could we rescue?
Ooh. So, one time I saw this firefighter,
Yeah.
and he was like up a ladder in this tree rescuing a kitty cat.
Oh, that's so good.
So the
isn't
kitty
it?
cat needed to be rescued.
Yeah, the firefighters do an amazing job.
They're amazing.
Looking after
Yeah,
us
way
and
to go,
animals.
firefighters,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe you could, if you, recently we were swimming and we found there was a lizard in the swimming pool. So we had to quickly rescue him out of the swimming
Oh
pool.
my goodness.
And we popped him on the side so
Yeah.
he could dry off.
Oh, and if you're in a boat and maybe
Yep.
the boat runs out of gas,
Yep.
then the Coast Guard will
Yes.
come and they can give you gas and you can start your boat.
Yeah.
Or in a car, I guess,
Yeah,
AAA, they could
AAA.
bring you
Yep.
gasoline,
Or they can
petrol.
take you to where you need to go.
Yep.
They rescue you that way.
Yeah.
So, yes, there's lots of people that rescue and help us when we need helping. Which is so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is exactly what Jesus did. Not Jesus. This is what God did in our story, is he sent Noah to be rescued. So Noah had a really important job to do, which was a bit strange. But we are going to see that in our story now. So have a watch of this.
VKids presents the Jesus Storybook Bible. Every story whispers his name. Written by Sally Lloyd-Jones and read by David Suchet. A new beginning. Time passed and many people filled the earth. Everyone everywhere had forgotten about God and were only doing bad things all the time. God's heart was filled with pain when he saw what had happened to the world he loved. Everywhere was disease and death and destruction, all the things God hates most. Now, Noah was God's friend, which was odd in those days because no one else was. But Noah listened to God. He talked to God. He just loved being with God, like you do with your best friend. Noah, God said, things have gone wrong. People have filled my world with hate instead of love. They're destroying themselves and each other and my world. And I must stop them. First, we'll build an ark. Do you know how to build an ark? Neither did Noah. Luckily, God knew, and he would show him. A storm is coming, God told Noah. But I will rescue you, I promise. I'll send the animals to you, ones that creep and crawl and slither and slime and gallop and hop and bound and climb. And don't forget to pack everyone's food. The storm was going to wash away all the hate and sadness and everything that had gone wrong and make the world clean again. God had thought up a way to keep Noah safe, but Noah would have to trust God and do exactly what God told him. So Noah built an ark. That's short for a very large boat. Noah's neighbours came out to watch and point and laugh because they didn't believe Noah about the boat or the storm or needing to be rescued. And Noah must have looked rather silly. His boat was in the desert. The desert was nowhere near the sea, and there wasn't even a cloud in the sky. Why would anyone need an umbrella, let alone a boat? But Noah didn't mind so much what other people thought. He minded what God thought. So he just did what God told him to do. When the ark was ready, God said, "All aboard!" And Noah's family and all the animals climbed inside. Then God shut the door. And it started raining. For minutes that joined up into hours, that joined up into days, that joined up into weeks and weeks. And the rain joined up into puddles, that joined up into rivers, that joined up into lakes, that joined up into a flood that covered the whole world. Their boat, that had once seemed so big, suddenly seemed very small. But in the middle of the huge storm, in the crashing waves, in all the thunder and lightning, and through it all, God was with them, and God kept them safe for 40 long days and 40 long nights. Finally, the rain stopped. The sun came out, and Noah threw open all the windows. "Hooray!" everyone shouted. Noah sent his dove out to explore, and it wasn't long before she brought him back a fresh olive leaf. Now, everyone knew exactly what that meant. She had found a tree and land. The water was going down. At last, the boat landed quite suddenly on top of a great mountain. As soon as it was safe, God said, "Out you come!" And so they did, everyone skipping and dancing onto dry land. The first thing Noah did was to thank God for rescuing them, just as he had promised. And the first thing God did was make another promise. "I won't ever destroy the world again." And like a warrior who puts away his bow and arrow at the end of a great battle, God said, "See, I have hung up my bow in the clouds." And there, in the clouds, just where the storm meets the sun, was a beautiful bow made of light. A rainbow. It was a new beginning in God's world. It wasn't long before everything went wrong again. But God wasn't surprised. He knew this would happen. That's why, before the beginning of time, he had another plan. A better plan. A plan not to destroy the world, but to rescue it. A plan to one day send his own son, the rescuer. God's strong anger against hate and sadness and death would come down once more, but not on his people or his world. No, God's war bow was not pointing down at his people. It was pointing up into the heart of heaven.
Wow.
Wow.
I know.
That's a lot of rain.
That is a lot of rain.
That's a lot of water.
I don't think I've seen that much rain in California.
No, definitely not.
Even England, I've not seen that much rain.
That's
seen a lot of rain.
That's a lot of rain.
But not that much rain.
Yeah. I wonder what it was like to be in the ark.
I don't know. Perhaps you could imagine.
Ooh.
Do some imagining. Can you join us in that? Because we would love to do that.
Okay.
So what do you think? So we're going to...
So let's think about what we would see if we were in the ark with Noah.
Yeah.
What kind of animals would be there? Oh, what kind of people? Oh, I said like giraffes.
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of...
Elephants. How about a mouse, like mice?
Mice? Yeah.
Running
There'd be
around.
little insects crawling around.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Birds.
Yeah. Ooh, that makes me think of what it would sound like.
Yeah.
So if I close my eyes, what kind of sounds would you hear? Oh, that's amazing. I bet there are a lot of sounds like that.
Loads of sounds. How about the smell?
I don't think it would smell that good.
I'm not sure it would either.
I don't know if
There's
they
a
had
lot of animals.
potties.
No. I can't imagine that would smell nice.
Eh.
And I wonder what they ate.
Wow. A lot of hay.
The animals would have eaten
The
hay.
animals would have
I'm not
eaten-
sure Noah would have eaten hay.
I don't think Noah would have eaten hay. I tried one time. It's really gross.
Yeah, not good for you.
It's scratchy too. You have to have a lot of milk.
Yeah, it's not going to digest well. So so it would have been a whole host of different things. And actually, what would you have, we've talked about hearing, but we would have heard the rain.
Oh, the rain.
Because it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And that's a really long time.
That would get sad. I would get sad.
Yeah.
That much rain.
That much rain. And I wonder how
I wonder if there's lightning and thunder too.
it might have been like stormy. And I wonder how it would have felt to be in the ark with those animals.
I think I'd be scared at first,
Yeah.
but then probably I'd be okay
I
a
wonder if
little
it was
bit.
dark inside.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
They didn't have lights. I mean, they had like fire, but you wouldn't want to put fire in a boat, would you?
No, in a wooden boat. Yeah, but yeah. So there's lots of things, isn't there? Lots of all those senses. So you have smelt things, felt things, tasted things, lots of different things. But Noah knew that God was looking after him.
He promised him,
Yeah,
right?
he promised him.
He shut the door.
He did. God shut the door when everyone was in. And he told him, this is how I want you to build the boat. This is what you're to use. This is how big it's to be. And then he called all the animals. They came in. So, and do you know what? I think Noah was really brave doing that. Because where he was in the middle of a desert, nowhere near the sea. And the sky was as blue can be, like it can be in California. And so I think his neighbors, like we heard in the story, they probably came and were like, what are you doing? That's really weird.
Yeah.
Like we don't even need an umbrella. Why do we need
A
big,
boat.
huge boat? But you know what? Noah just kept doing it because he knew that God had told him to do it. And then God rescued them, didn't he? And can you remember what happened at the very end of the story? That's right. There was a huge rainbow, wasn't there, in the story? And that was God's amazing promise to Noah that he would never flood the world again.
And the interesting thing about the rainbow is that if you think of a bow and an arrow, like a bow is shaped kind of like a C.
Yeah.
And then the arrow comes through. And we use bow and arrow to like hurt other people. But the rainbow is set up that way because the arrow goes toward God because Jesus took the pain, right?
Yeah.
Jesus took our arrows that we deserve when he died on the cross for us. He took it. So when you see a rainbow, you actually can remember that God is the one who takes the punishment for even the things we did wrong.
He rescues us.
Yeah.
Just like he did Noah. Because Jesus is the ultimate rescuer, isn't he?
He is.
God rescued Noah. But one day, Jesus is going to rescue everyone from all that pain and that sin and that darkness that came into the world.
That's right.
Wow. It'd be really good to pray. Do you want to just pray? Because that's a big...
Let's pray. Yeah. Oh, God, we love you so much. Thank you for rescuing us. Thank you for sending Jesus so that we can be rescued from all the terrible lie that we learned about the other week. Lord, we can come back to Eden in a way and be in a good relationship with you. So thank you so much for rescuing us. We don't have to be alone or sad because you are with us and you are for us. Thank you for that, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. That's so great. And do you know what? Pooh Bear has got our memory verse.
Oh,
Where is he? There he is.
there he is.
He's got our memory verse. So have a watch this and you can learn the memory verse with Pooh Bear.
Remember the memory verse? Shout it out if you know it. Whoa, you really know it. For people who don't know it, here we go again. Repeat after me. The Lord saw that the humans' hearts were only evil. Genesis 6 verse 5. Hope you remember it. Bye-bye.
All right, so now it is quiz time. Quiz time. Quiz time.
Okay.
Ready for this?
Yep.
Question number 1. How long did the flood last?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
40 days and 40 nights. That's
so long.
So long.
To not let up, you just hear rain all the
All
time.
day. Yeah.
Question number 2. What came back with an olive leaf?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It was a dove.
A dove.
Yeah.
That's amazing because it found land.
It did.
And it was
brought back to prove that it
Here's
was
the land.
The rain had all disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What went in the ark?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Noah, Noah's wife, and Noah's family, and all the animals.
All the animals.
All the animals. It was pretty packed
And smelly.
and smelly and noisy.
Question number 4. What is in the sky that reminds us that God will rescue us?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A rainbow.
A rainbow.
Yeah. So every time you see a rainbow, you can remember God's amazing promise.
Question number 6. How were Noah and his family rescued?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God told Noah to build a boat, a big ark, and then Noah and his family went inside. God shut the door, remember? And then he saved them that way, through a big boat. Amazing.
Question number 7. What does God promise Noah?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He promised never to flood the earth again. And that's when he put the rainbow in the sky, wasn't it? That he was going to rescue him and his family. Hey VKids, we're just going to go through the craft activity you've got today. So in your pack you should find a picture of Noah's Ark and you can colour that in. But also I gave you some stickers. Can you see we've got lots of different animals and we've got the rainbow and we've got Noah down here. And so you can stick them all over your ark and decorate it just to remind you of the story about when God saved Noah and his family and all the animals from that flood. And we would love to see what you created with that. And then we also have our memory verse again, so you can colour that in too. So have fun with that, and we will see you again soon. So we are going to worship now. So what you need to do, you should know by now, you need to turn up the volume, get your wiggles out, stand up, and join us for worship.
Tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. 'Cause our God knows exactly what I need. So I remember this. Let's go! When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, he cares. When you seek, he's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. I'm reading my Bible, and this is what it says to you. It tells me that I'm never ever alone. I'm learning how Jesus came down to us and gave his best. Without a doubt, the best friend you'll ever know. Our God knows exactly what I need. So I remember this. He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. 'Cause our God knows exactly what I need. So I'll remember this. Let's go! When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door. When you ask, He cares. When you seek, He's there. When you knock, 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 God opens up the door.
Wasn't that great worship?
That was amazing.
It was good.
I love worship.
I know.
I love the songs. I sing them during the week sometimes.
Do you know what? And do you know what I would love? I would be so great when we can get back together and we can like worship together.
Can't wait.
More blow up instruments. I got some funky glasses and we can just worship Jesus all together.
Love that.
It'd be so good. Soon, kids. Won't be long. So it's been great to have you and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.
Bye, VKids.